Okay, so I am sitting in my hotel room about to eat lunch, which I just got from downstairs. I didn't even want to sit downstairs um, by myself. Such a beautiful day, though. I may go out. But yeah, I did get my lunch, which is not a sandwich, a deli sandwich. Anyway, that was a little bit of a dig. But not sure if I'm going to be going back to the event. I won't be able to finish my my video as far as my experience as a volunteer at ChosenCon. And I have been involved with the Chosen for many, many years. I mean, I have a whole playlist dedicated for the Chosen, but I do want to say up front that this video is, it does not really alter my experience regarding the Chosen overall. I still love the show. I'm very involved, love it, but it does alter my experience with certain individuals. So I made it out of the airport, out into a taxi, now headed to my hotel, which is the Fairfield Inn and Suites uptown in Charlotte. Don't think the drive is too long, so my flight was delayed a little bit. So I'm getting in maybe about 20 minutes, late 30 minutes. Yeah, looks like the sun's been out too, so it looks nice. I've been through here, but I've never come here. So.
Oh, you didn't come here before?
No, I've never been here. I've flown through, but I've never been here. So.
Yeah, it's Charlotte beautiful. Because with the cruise, you got a side. This Valentine, this side, it's beautiful, beautiful. But now the population, the weather is beautiful. It's coming, moving from another area to here. Some problems. People, just everywhere.
Yeah,
they kill each other.
That's everywhere.
Yeah, that's what it is. The rest is beautiful.
It's a conference. It's called ChosenCon or the Insiders. They have it every year, so they're having it here. So yeah, the flight I was on, there were so many people that they had the teal on. I don't have any of my teal on, but I'm volunteering this year, so I attended it the first year. But yeah, it's a convention. They have it every year. Have you heard of the Chosen TV series? It's the TV series called The Chosen.
It's a lot of things when advertising new stuff is coming. I go to the convention center.
Yeah, that's
announce this.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be, at the convention center. So I think this hotel is within walking distance.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to walk over.
Yeah. It's not far. You are not far from it.
I can just go right in over there.
Breakfast 6:30 to 9:30. Down the hall to your left. We have restaurant until 10 and then drinks till 11.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Got the room. Okay, thank you. Did I go the wrong way? Oh no, here I am. Okay, at the end of the hall, that's pretty good. Okay, where did I just put that key? Okay, I am here. Guess she went over. Now I gotta find my way over to the convention center after I freshen up a bit. Okay, and I am approaching the entrance. Thank God for the signs they have out here, but you can see that it is getting dark because my flight got a little delayed. So, but I'm here, approaching, and I'm gonna go in and try to find Jacqueline and get registered here. Get my little volunteer shirt. So just made it here, standing in the registration area waiting for Hunter to come and retrieve me. So this is the line for the gift shop. It's moving though. Here it is, the gift shop. Lots of people here. But now we can see the end of the line. All of this teal here. And I'm right. Oh, you can see the end of the line now. I have a feeling there's going to be a couple more that come in though.
I was feeling good about the last day show. I gave all the chances in the world for me.
Where are you guys from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, I have a friend
from New Orleans.
Oh, I have a friend from Pennsylvania, one from New Orleans, and I just came here from Utah. Utah, yeah.
So you can't cut the line because today I don't have back to the last one. Good hold back.
Get this here. Here's Jonathan. Hi. Oh my goodness, I can see the end of the line now. Okay, so this is day 2 of ChosenCon, and I was not scheduled to volunteer until 2 p.m. today, but I am staying with my friend Amber, and we walk over together and back and forth. We go back and forth together. And so I came in to volunteer early since I was going to be here, and it was no accident that I was sent to the prayer room. And I am wrecked in a good way. I had been praying a week prior, just preparing to volunteer, to trying to give Abba everything that I had been carrying, to just give it to him. And so that I could have something to give, to volunteer, to be a light to those around me volunteering, and had just been just in prayer and just at home and just not really feeling like I was, giving it to him. I'm like, just take it. I'm trying to give him everything, the things that we carry, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And so I walk in there in that prayer room, and I could just feel it was tangible. I could stay there all day. So, and then the sweet person, Laura, she prayed for me. She's like, I could tell you're an intercessor. And she prayed. And I have to tell you that the things that she prayed, straight from Abba, it was exactly where I am. The grief, didn't realize I was still carrying some things, and just transitioning, just everything that was straight from Abba. I know that it was. She didn't know me. So I'm headed back to the prayer room until I am assigned to another area. But I had to just speak on that. It is so tangible in there. Yeah, I could just dwell in there in this presence. So that's it for that. Bye. This is the end of the line.
End of the line. Here I am.
That is hilarious.
Everybody's in front of me.
Oh, I'm waiting on someone that's.
Okay.
Yep, I gotta walk back with her.
Things disappear real quick. The last supper. Yep, last supper. Yep.
I'm gonna hang with you for a little bit. She's in this. She's an Impact 1 or Plus,
Impact Plus.
and I gotta walk back with her.
Oh, I'm glad you're hanging out with me.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll help
Here
you
I am. Here
toe
I
the
am,
line.
End of the line. Come on in. Here's the place to be. Here's the place to be. Here I come. Here comes the end. Here comes the end. Here I am. Keep coming, guys. Keep coming. The end is near. Here I am. Come and see me. All right, release. Release forever. Nope, okay. That's it. That's the entire line. Coming straight in. Straight in, guys. Find a great spot. I'm done. No more end.
Okay, so it's only about 8:26 Utah time. I am so tired. No. It's 8:26. See, I'm deliriously tired. 8:26 Utah time. So it's 10:26 here. I just got out of the last one of the sessions. I was sitting in the back, and I'm just tired because they brought out the guys, the cast, and when they said, they wrapped up everything, and then they said, "Oh, we're gonna bring the cast out." I went, "No, I'm so tired." I have my room key right here. I am ready to walk back 10 minutes and jump in the bed. I'm deliriously tired. I'm so over it. I want to go home and get some sleep. Yeah, I had to move because I was falling asleep. Hey, I am going for a walk as I explain why I am not volunteering. This is day 3 and I didn't go over. We'll be going home tomorrow, that's scheduled. I had an incident last night where I'm gonna walk over there. It's a 10-minute walk while it's nice and sunny and bright out. Because it's a 10-minute walk where I'm staying and my roommate, we walk over together and we come back together for safety purposes because it's usually dark, at night. And as a result, yesterday I worked a double shift because I wasn't scheduled to go in until 2. But I volunteered to go in early to walk over with her and then come back, and had the understanding with the individuals that I was directly reporting to that I needed to walk back with my roommate because we walked back and it was for safety purposes. Get the light going here. And so, the first night she ended up waiting on me, and she told the person there, "Hey, I'm waiting on a friend. I can't leave her. We have to walk back together." We didn't have an issue. And she ended up waiting on me. And so the next day we went in and, that I needed to, I explained to the individuals, like I said, that I was directly reporting to, that I needed to meet with her and I didn't think it would be an issue. And so it wasn't an issue that I left with her. But anyway, we continue. So I go there and we got out early. We got out, the volunteers were released early, and we were told that once everyone was seated that we could go and sit in the back of the auditorium if we wanted to. I was so tired, but I ended up going and sitting in the back. and it went really, really, really long. Oh my goodness! See, this is why it's downtown. Oh my goodness, people are. This is why I'm very aware of my surroundings. Yeah. So anyway, I left. The, I left the venue, and I was so tired to the point to where when they announced that they were going to bring the cast, the guys out, I was so tired. I went, no, just put my head down. So I waited a little bit. It was nearing the end, and I had to excuse myself to go to the restroom, and I didn't want to run back and forth. So instead of going back in, I came and I was sitting on the carpet on the floor, just waiting. There was no one in the hallway, and the security people were directing everybody out a certain door. So I knew, I'm a rule follower. So I'm talking to the person there, and I'm volunteer, which he knew. And we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I was here all day, got here, and I'm waiting on my friend. We walked back together. There was no issue. And so, he's like, oh, I got here at 5 a.m. and I have to be back at 4:30 this morning, So we were talking for a few minutes, and so I went to sit down on the floor against the wall, and there was like nobody sit there. Little people were trickling out here and there, and I could hear them talking, and I was so delirious and tired, I got tickled, and I'm having all these weird, funny thoughts in my head, so I'm just like laughing. And the next thing I know, I saw a lady that was trying to take a selfie of herself, and she was having a difficult time. So I offered to take her picture. I took her picture. Then I went back to go sit back on the carpet. And maybe a few minutes after that, that same security person I was talking to, said that Jacqueline, the head of the event coordinator, said you need to wait outside. Now it was after 10, it was dark, and I know I had worked this out, so like a little puzzled, but I started to gather my things, because that's what I do. But I did not want to step outside. Didn't want to wait outside, and I was sitting near the door. There were some stairs, so it was like I was limited in where I could be. I wasn't in the venue anymore. I was outside. And so I gathered my things, and I had put my sweater over my volunteer shirt, but I still had my badge. But I asked him, I went over after I gathered my things, and I said, just wanted to confirm, I'm a volunteer, and I had worked this out that I could wait for my my roommate so that I could we can walk back together. And I said, do they know? I even gave my name. And he said, yes, she knows who you are, but you still have to wait outside. Now, I would not mind waiting outside if it wasn't after 10 o'clock at night in a downtown area that I am not familiar with. And wasn't like it was a whole lot of people outside, because everybody, that was still left at the event were inside of the building pretty much. I just did not feel safe waiting outside. Being an individual, see, I'm very aware of my surroundings, and it's daytime. Being an individual who has been attacked more than once in my lifetime, I'm very safety conscious. So I just didn't feel comfortable. And I just gathered my things, and I went down the stairs where the metal detectors were. And at this time, people were starting to come out. So they were being dismissed. And so it really just kind of bothered me that happened. So what I did was, we talked about it on the way home, and I said, well, the next morning I sent a message to the person that I directly was reporting to. And I said that, I told her what happened. And I said, I have no problem. I follow the rules. I'm a rule follower. It's not about me having to wait outside, but the whole purpose of me waiting for her, us waiting for each other, is for safety purposes. So for me to have to wait outside after 10 o'clock at night was, something I didn't think I couldn't see the purpose of it. So, or it kind of defeated the entire purpose of us having to wait for each other. And so I just kind of explained what happened, and I said if it's going to be an issue for me to wait for her if I need to, who would have known if I needed to? And I thought I had gotten all of that cleared up. That maybe I shouldn't, let me know if I need to come back, because I have to be, my safety comes first. And it was a little after 10, I got a message back saying that, oh, I'm sorry that happened. Let me check and see. And I haven't heard anything back. And it is, I don't know, what time is it? It's in the afternoon. So I'm just assuming that I will not be going back, because I have to be safe over everything. And I got permission to do everything. I wasn't even familiar where everything was, because when I was assigned to a station, I would go to that place and come right back, report. I was not roaming around, and I follow the rules, even to the point when she directly said, yes, you can go in after everyone has been seated, since you've been dismissed. When we were told prior to that we couldn't, we'd have to purchase a day pass. Was fine with that too. To where when she said that, I said, are you sure we can go? And here she's the one telling me, yeah, you can go in. So it was just a kind of a bad experience in that regard. This does not I'm not I don't want this to come across as like I'm bashing the Chosen overall. I'm not. I love the show, always will. But this experience has not been the best in that regard. It's a sacrifice, as always, to come to these events, because you're always, it's always on, your expense. And when you are walking through a tough season or some challenging seasons, it could be, I can go down another block. It could be a little difficult, challenging. It was a press to get here. I wanted to see my family in Ohio beforehand. It didn't work out. So I pressed, and I came, and I prayed before, because I was really trying to give Abba everything that I was carrying, so that I would be in a position to serve, to be a light to those around me, to make people laugh, to spread joy, and just to have that happen. And I had such a blessed day, because I was assigned to come and see prayer room. So yeah, that's what happened. They never got back to me and about it, or maybe they will after this. I don't know. I'm kind of over it now. But I just wanted to share why I was, because I would plan on doing a video about it, and I don't have all of my footage, so I wanted to just share my experience, kind of like behind the scenes volunteer, because I like to have different experiences with things, and this surely was one. Yeah, that's why I'm not there. So, have they gotten back with me? Maybe. I may have, gone over earlier. I mean, I'm still open, but I cannot be a doormat. I have to, take a stand with my safety. I've disregarded comfort and a lot of things, and I just kind of take what I take. I'm a Gen X, I'm tough. But when it comes to my safety, that's when I have to draw the line. So no, I'm not walking back by myself, So that is my story. But I still, I pray for the show. I'm praying, I pray. I'm a prayer warrior. I'm an intercessor. So no, this is not a video to bash the Chosen. It's not. I've been involved on so many different levels for many, many years. And love the show, always will. But some people do really just need to learn how to be people, especially if you're going to work with people. And I've seen this my whole life, where there are people who are in positions where they don't need to be in those positions, or they're not the best person to be in those positions. And that was my whole thing. I wanted the people that I worked with or that I was going to be around to have a positive experience, to walk away having a positive experience when it came to the Chosen. And here I am walking away with that. But I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm shaking it off. And yeah, and I can relate this to like being a member of a church. If a person has a bad experience with the church, sometimes they walk away from God. I said, and I've had plenty of bad experiences with churches. And I said I would never walk away from God. I never took my relationship with Him. So I kind of liken that to this. I had a bad experience here. I am not going to walk away from supporting the show. Love it. Will continue to pray for all involved, including the one that gave the command to kick me out to make me wait outside when I could have waited inside 5 more minutes. So that's my story. It is day 4 and I am about to check out, and I just wanted to give some final thoughts on my experience here at ChosenCon 2026 as a volunteer, not as an attendee. I was supposed to volunteer last year, but it did not work out. And so I was glad that I was able to do it this year. And I probably won't do it again. So as experiences go, I can say this one has definitely been one. I like to glean lessons from everything and learn and grow from it. As I am maturing naturally and spiritually, what I'm learning to stand in my authority and not always think that I am the one that is in the wrong, or because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes people are just wrong and you need to call them out on that. To follow the discernment that He has given me and to stand in it. So I am not going to feel bad for standing my ground, for wanting to be safe. As a person, I said, who has been through a lot of trauma in my life with regards to, being attacked, literally being attacked. And I do not think that it was an unreasonable thing to request to be able to be allowed as a volunteer to wait inside the building for someone that I came with, as opposed to having to wait outside after dark late at night. So that was why, I did not volunteer the last 2 days. I was more than willing. I just needed to have that confirmation that should, even if it was necessary, that I be allowed to wait for her inside the building and vice versa. Now, as it turns out, they never got back with me. I did reach out because I needed closure to thank the individual that was the direct that I reported to let her know it appears that my volunteer time is up, and thank you for the opportunity. But I hope that you all understand that I need to be safe. So, and I know they understand that, but I'm not saying that they don't care about my safety, but when it came to that issue, I did not want to wait outside after 10 o'clock at night by myself as a female traveling. So no, I wasn't going to do it. So that is how it was left. And my roommate, she ended up taking a lift. And some may say, well, why couldn't you just take a lift, or you all just, take lifts and things, while you were here? as I said, as I've stated earlier, there is a sacrifice that comes with coming to these events. And then also there are so many, there's already an expense. There are, when you participate in these things, and I'm not complaining about that. I just want it to be, noted that there are expenses. Everything is on you. There is a donation. There is a ticket cost. There are, just if you are a regular donator, if there's all of the travel, everything is on you. And when you do that year after year after year after year after year after year, and you are faithful in doing that, it adds up. It takes a toll, and you go through seasons where some are drier than others. I did run into someone who was in that season, and she travels to these functions from another country, and she said, this will probably be my last time coming for a while, because I just, the funds are getting low. So, yeah, that is just something that should be noted when it comes to these things. People really are making sacrifices to support the show, and to, in every way that they can, be it their time, financially, and just attending these events. So that is the one thing that I wanted to say. And again, I know overall they do, but I think sometimes people kind of lose touch as things expand and grow, and then there are more levels added because of the growth. Thank God for the growth. But at the same time, we don't want to lose our humanity, our touch with people, that human factor in it. So that is one of the things. And the other thing I wanted to point, and this is just not in relation to the Chosen, but just overall, is that what I have been saying for a while now, what I have noticed is that while believers may know the word, they may have it here, they may not have it here. And also what is key, I feel, is the Holy Spirit. If a person if they know the word and they are being led by the Holy Spirit will check you. Hey, I didn't say that right. You're not going to be mean, harsh, unkind, and not walking in love if you are walking in the Holy Spirit. And that is what I feel is lacking in the church, in the body overall. And that's another whole topic. That's another whole video. I get checked immediately if I am in the wrong spirit or my heart is not in the right place. I am checked immediately, and I listen to that and I follow that. And I think that is what is missing in this world. It should not be missing amongst believers. We should carry the Holy Spirit, but the more you ignore that still small voice, and you ignore that, and you don't obey it when you feel it, the lesser and lesser it's going to be, or you will not be able to hear it. So I think that is key, because there is a way that you can do your job, be it volunteer, be it staff, be it whatever, and you could stand your ground and you can be firm, but you can do it in love. That is the heart of Jesus. That is what Jesus did. He was so very loving, but he was also firm. He stood his ground. And so that is how I strive to be. So that is my take on the 2026 ChosenCon as a volunteer for the day and a half that I did volunteer. So yeah, those were just my main takeaways, being led, and I just remain prayerful because I know everybody's walking through something. We as individuals, we are the ones who put levels on things, but Abba, just pain is pain, trauma is trauma. To him, he cares about everything, no matter how small or how big. You're just like sin is sin to him. So anyway, that is my takeaway. I am headed back home now, ready to go home and dive back into my life and just keep jumping at the bit. I remain prayerful, and going forward, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so what is that? Ink and Ivory. Ooh, karaoke night at the Ink and Ivory. Goodness gracious. Whew. Girl, that was a something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And that was a karaoke place. My ears are bleeding. I needed that though. I did.
That was funny.
I needed that. That was funny. Say hello. I needed that. Big footage. There goes my time.